Tonight, we're going to talk about Project 2025 and family planning. It's coming up on the campaign trail quite a lot. Whether it's things like baby bonuses, extra votes, or shaming and subsequently pressuring women to have children by calling them childless cat ladies. Well, they sure do seem to be incentivizing having kids. Who'da thunk it? The think tank thunk it. No, those weren't the candidates' thoughts. They were the creation of this man, Kevin Roberts, the Traitor Tot. You happen to remember the video I did earlier this week about his book. Well, it's been delayed. I wonder why. Let's find out. Luckily, people have gotten a hold of copies. Let's see what the think tank thunk for the candidates. Just a reminder, J.D. Vance wrote the foreword for this book, and he thanked the think tank for thunking for him. He said, quote unquote, Kevin Roberts is somebody he relies on a lot, who has very good advice and very good political instincts. Something sure does stink. Let's dig in. And as you can read, the plot thickens. In one breath, he says contraception technology is revolutionary. And in another breath, he says it shapes American culture away from abundance, marriage, and family. Do you see the pattern? Kevin Roberts says that conservatives inveigh against no-fault divorce, the sexual revolution, and the destruction of a culture of hope without recognizing that these cultural changes are all downstream of technological. Inveigh is one of those think tanks' big brain words. Inveigh is Ivy League think tank thunking, meaning to protest or complain bitterly or vehemently. He does look pretty bitter, doesn't he? Where was I? Oh yes, Kevin Roberts is also against IVF because it incentivizes women to delay trying to start a family, often leading to added problems when the time comes. More of a pattern is forming. Do you see it? Anyway, the Traitor Tot further elaborates on contraception because technological change made having a child seem like an optional and not natural result of having schmecks, and destroyed a whole series of institutions and cultural norms that had protected women and forced men to take responsibility for their actions. To quote Admiral Akbar, "That's a trap!" Yes, they want to trap women and men. Do you see it? The plot thickens. Kevin Roberts rails against childless cat ladies. Childlessness as well. He says that childlessness means more debt and less savings. I call that waking up in America. And foreign workers will took our jobs. There'll be less innovation. The traditions, raisins and coleslaw, culture and a way of life will just die out. Just look at Kevin Roberts up there. A walking IBS commercial. Looks like he's being chastised for dragging his butt across the carpet. Speaking of dogs, he really hates dog parks. Kevin thinks those silly, childless people must have a lot of dogs and why there's so many dog parks. It should be playgrounds, because that would mean a lot of kids. Do you see the pattern? Just a quick recap before we open the door to the House of Horrors. Kevin Roberts, who's think tank thunking for the two GOP candidates primarily, just to make sure you are trapped in a marriage you cannot get out of. Take away any form of family planning. And reduce the amount of C-sections, epidurals, and pain management for said young ones. So when you pull back the curtains and get the context of Kevin Roberts, the head of the Heritage Foundation, the authors of Project 2025 Mandate for Leadership, you can clearly see he is pulling the puppet strings. Ladies and gentlemen, zoom in on that. Because the GOP candidates know this is the end game, clearly not giving a damn about you. In conclusion, Project 2025 and family planning, oh, that's gone. Now you know. And knowing is half the horrific battle.